Good morning all, and I just thought I'd show you as we're preparing our dinner today. It's going to be minced beef balls, mincemeat balls, and my mum's going to be showing us how to do that. But before we get started, because that'll be a while away yet, I just wanted to show you what ingredients we're going to be using. We're going to be using some British beef mince from the co-op, from Aldi. It's only about, I don't know what it was, £3 for 750 gram. We're going to be using 2 eggs, an onion, quite a largest onion, and we're going to be using some plain flour. I'll come back to you in a bit when we're all prepared. Okay folks, well, we've got the meat out of the packet and we've put it into this plastic bowl. And Mum's just done the onions. We had a bit of a hiccup with the onions because they're all bad, so we've had to use one of mine from the allotment. And some of those were bad as well, but anyway. So the meat's gone in, the onions are gone in, Mum's just cracking a couple of eggs. Tough eggs from Aldi. And she's adding those into it as well. Sorry about this folks, my mum can't do anything, so I have to help her with everything. We're not blessed to have a big house either folks, so we have to make do with carrier bags to put the rubbish in. Right, so what she's doing at the minute is mixing it all together, just very slowly because she hasn't got much strength. So what are you trying to do here, Mum? What are you actually doing? Are you trying to mix it all together?
Yeah.
You're trying to break the meat apart, because it was a rather big piece, folks. So we're going to have a good meal today. What she's trying to do is actually...
Should have had a bigger board, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you got a bigger bowl, folks. It's too small. What she's trying to do is just mix those onions
And eggs.
and the eggs into the
salt.
meat. And we're going to add a bit of salt. Okay. Yeah. Sure that that's all mixed okay, is it? Yeah. The onions were very strong, folks. Mum's eyes are still running. And mine were running now, sitting in the living room. Apparently if you put the onion into the fridge beforehand, it stops the runny eyes, but we didn't think about that. So obviously those of you a bit stronger and a bit more mobile would be able to get this mixed up in no time, but as I say, it's a bit more difficult for Mum. But she has to do things, you know, she has to have a bit of exercise, it's good for her. Isn't it, Mum?
Yeah.
There you are, she's smiling now. She's hiding it, but there she is. So this recipe, Mum, is this a UK one or is it a German recipe?
Well, I've always done it.
Do you think you probably learnt it in Germany or?
I learned it there,
Yes, yeah, okay. So basically we use 1 small onion, folks, and we've had 750 gram of minced beef. We've had 2 eggs. What about flour, Mum? When's that come into the equation?
I don't think I will need it.
No, we don't need the flour. Do you sometimes need it, or is it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you do. And why would you add it? Is it to bind it? Yeah, but you think this is all okay? Yeah. Depends on the meat and that, folks.
Oh dear.
I normally do the dinners, folks, but there's these special things what Mum does, and so I let her get on with those. You know, she likes to do something maybe once a week. So what she's doing now is she's just testing the consistency to see whether it's going to be alright for the meatballs.
I'm trying to make some.
Yeah. Do you think that'll be alright?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. Right, frying pan's over there. Do you want me to bring the frying pan over here?
Yes.
Yeah. There we are. And that's basically it, folks. I'll come back to it in a bit when you can see the next stage. Fat's now been added, folks. That's a bit of lard, what we use. You could use vegetable oil. And it's the next thing, it will go onto the hob. And I'll be showing you that shortly. Yeah, folks, we've put it on with the lard melting, smelling lovely. And what happens is once they'll obviously need turning over at some point. Mum's just preparing the cabbage at the moment, and then we'll come back to this meat very shortly. Potatoes are boiling away. So folks, we're turning them over now. Cabbage on, potatoes are on, baked beans are leftovers, they'll go for tea time. So the next stage after this, folks, is the gravy, and I'll come back to that shortly. Meatballs are cooking lovely, folks. It's all down to getting your timings right. We usually cook our potatoes 45 minutes. The cabbage in this case is going to be half an hour, and the meatballs are probably just over 30 minutes until they're ready. Now what I've been doing here is preparing the gravy mix and using the original gravy powder and some corn flour, and what I do, I use 2 tablespoons of both. So they're they're not, I wouldn't say they're piled up, but they're more than a flat tablespoon. You know, you've got a good amount on it, and we'll show you shortly how to do the gravy for this. Okay folks, I've just filled this cup up now with the gravy mix with some water, cold water, and the gravy to good mix. So that's all ready now to be added for the next procedure. Okay folks, what we're doing now is we're taking all these meatballs out because they're ready. It's been about half an hour. They've been turned over multiple times, and what's happening now is they'll be put in the oven at a very low heat just to keep them warm until the rest of the process is finished. You'll see in a minute what we're going to do next.
Then you can...
Okay folks, this is most important. What I've just done now, I've just boiled a kettle and I've put boiling water into the frying pan. You must be boiling, because if you got it cold you could cause a reaction. So make sure it's boiled, and then we've probably filled the frying pan about halfway up. And what's going to happen now is that gravy mix, what you can see Mum's going to add this now to that frying pan. So that's 2 tablespoons of Bisto and 2 of corn flour. And this is basically making the gravy with it's being added to the juices of the meat. I mean, I know some people don't like gravies, but we are a big gravy person, gravy family, but we don't like things like chilies and peppers and all that sort, and sauces made out of those sort of things. As you can see, it's thickening up, and if it's too thick then we just add some more boiling water to the mix. Lady's barking. Okay, I think it's the door, folks. Okay, the gravy is now thickening up nicely. It's got that nice dark brown colour. It's looking alright, isn't it, Mum?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, if you like your gravy weak, this probably isn't the way to do it. But if you like a nice proper gravy with a bit of oomph to it, then this is the way to go. And that's it. I'm just having a quick look at the time. We're only about 5 minutes away now from completion. I can see finally the cabbage is boiling well. That doesn't take quite as long as like the potatoes, but we do like our veg well cooked. Here we are, folks. My dad's all ready to get tucked into his dinner.
Yeah.
Now we are, there's Mum. And here's mine. Just look at that. And I've got gherkins afterwards. That's what I like. Okay, well I hope you've all enjoyed this video on making meatballs. There isn't really a lot to it. It's just a matter of getting your timings right, and it's going to be interesting to see what this meat's like from Aldi, because we normally buy it from Waitrose. My mum's always stuck in her ways and she says you can't beat Waitrose. So we're going to see, because this is a lot cheaper. Okay. Oh, there'll be a apple tasting video going up after this. That'll be this afternoon, so look out for that.